Have you ever been fired by your own child during Bring Your Parent to Work Day? My daughter Emma had been working at this trendy marketing agency for about 8 months. When she invited me to their annual Bring Your Parent to Work Day, I figured it would be cute. You know, see where my kid works, meet her boss, maybe embarrass her a little with some dad jokes. I showed up wearing my best khakis and a button-down shirt. The office was exactly what I expected from a millennial workplace. Open floor plan, exposed brick walls, some guy with a man bun brewing artisanal coffee. Emma introduced me to her coworkers, who all seemed nice enough, though they kept using words like synergy and pivot in every sentence. Everything was going fine until they announced the main event. Each employee had to give a short presentation about their parent in front of the entire company. Emma had volunteered to go first, which should have been my first red flag. She walked up to the front with her laptop and a huge grin on her face. The first slide popped up on the projector. Performance review, Dad Edition. The room chuckled. I chuckled too. Then she clicked to the next slide. Areas for improvement. My stomach dropped. Emma started reading from what looked like an actual HR evaluation form. Employee shows up late to family events. Recent example, arrived 30 minutes late to my birthday dinner because he was watching the game. The crowd laughed. She wasn't wrong, but damn. Next slide. Fails to adapt to new technology. Still asks me to explain Netflix every time he visits. Prints out emails to read them. More laughter. I felt my face getting hot, but she wasn't done. Micromanages family projects. Last month, he supervised me hanging a picture frame for 2 hours and made me redo it 3 times. The whole office was cracking up now. Even the receptionist had stopped answering phones to watch. The final slide was the worst. Recommendation. Immediate termination from father duties due to repeated violations of cool dad policy. She pulled out an actual piece of paper and read it like a formal termination letter. Effective immediately. You are hereby relieved of your duties as my dad. Please clear out your dad jokes and unsolicited advice by end of business today. The entire office erupted in applause. People were wiping tears from their eyes. Her boss was laughing so hard he had to sit down. Emma took a bow like she had just performed at Carnegie Hall. I sat there completely frozen. Part of me wanted to laugh because it was pretty clever, but mostly I felt humiliated. Here I was, getting roasted by my own daughter in front of her entire company. She had basically turned me into a comedy show for her coworkers. After the presentations ended, Emma bounced over to me with the biggest smile. Dad, that was hilarious, right? Everyone loved it. I tried to smile but couldn't manage it. Yeah, real funny, I mumbled. The rest of the visit was awkward. Every time someone looked at me, I knew they were thinking about Emma's presentation. During lunch, her coworkers kept making jokes about my termination and asking if I needed help updating my resume. Emma thought it was all hilarious. When we got to the parking lot, I finally spoke up. Emma, that was pretty harsh in there. She rolled her eyes. Come on, Dad. It was just a joke. You're being too sensitive. But I wasn't being too sensitive. For the past few months, Emma had been treating me differently, making fun of my age, my clothes, my hobbies, calling me cringe when I tried to be involved in her life. I thought it was just normal adult kid stuff, but today felt different. Today felt mean. That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept replaying her presentation in my head, how prepared she was, how much thought she had put into embarrassing me, how she didn't seem to care that I was hurt. The next morning, I texted her, I'm proud of your success, but that presentation yesterday crossed a line. I don't deserve to be humiliated like that, especially in front of your colleagues. I raised you better than that. She responded immediately, OMG, Dad, you're seriously mad about a joke? Everyone thought it was funny. You need to learn to take a joke. That's when I realized she really didn't get it. So I wrote back, you know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe I am fired. Don't call me until you're ready to apologize and treat me with some basic respect. 3 weeks went by without a word. Then last Friday, she showed up at my house with tears in her eyes. Dad, I'm sorry. I was trying to be funny, but I hurt you instead. I don't want to be fired. I want my dad back. We talked for 2 hours. Really talked. Not just surface level stuff. She admitted she had been taking me for granted and trying to impress her coworkers by making me the butt of jokes. I told her how proud I was of her success, but that respect goes both ways. Now we're back to texting every day.